Welcome to the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program.
Raw and uncut, Jiggy Jag, you know how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it all the way live.
Broadcasting live from Hutchinson, Kansas.
Well, I'm sitting here with a linguist. I had no idea. I didn't know you were, but I didn't know that you were a wordsmith.
Call Jiggy right now. 267-22-JIGGY.
Daddy fun.
Hey Jiggy, what's happening, man? Reminds me of that David Bowie song. Jiggy play guitar. It's a great name, man. Thanks so much for having me on the show.
Presenting.
I'm Mike Massey, and you can catch me on Jiggy Jag TV and see a few of my trick shots there. Thank you very much.
Jiggy Jaguar.
I never knew what freedom was until I saw you lose yours.
Welcome to it. You are listening to the Sunday radio broadcast. Each and every Sunday we are live as live can get. At 2 Central, 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard, and of course 24/7 over there at JiggyJaguar.com, Jiggy, JiggyJaguar.com, KJAGradio.com as well, and our good friends over at iHeartRadio. 250 plus AM FM stations across the country and around the world. We have got a great guest we are going to go to. They're patiently waiting on the telephones. We'll go to them here in just a few. Thanks for tuning in and being a part of the big program. So we go to the telephones, and we have got a great guest joining us. Go ahead and give me a brief introduction on yourself, my friend. Tell us a little about yourself.
Yes, sir. My name is G. Hollow. I'm an artist from Potterville, Michigan. And, yeah, I'm touring around the United States right now and coming to a state near you.
Awesome. Awesome. We have got G. Hollow with us today. He joins us live here on our big broadcast. So you have got quite the deal here, my friend. How in the world did you get started doing music?
I started off as a musician in my school's band when I was probably 12 or 13, and that was also around the time that I had also started enjoying rap music, and so I understood the basics of music, and it just kind of inspired me. I was like, hey, if I'm listening to this music, why can't I make it? So throughout the next
That's awesome. That's awesome.
throughout the next few years, it was just, getting engulfed in different genres and subgenres of music. And then finally, my senior year, the night I graduated, I put out my first single.
We have got G. Hollow with us today. He joins us live here on the telephone, talking a little bit about his music. So, talk to me a little bit about your musical heroes and influences, my friend.
Ooh. Ever since I started out, a few that have always been close to me are Machine Gun Kelly and Wiz Khalifa, because they're a few that have always, they've always been close to home, I feel like. Like, I grew up, I feel like, in that blog era of rap, and they're two artists that I feel like are really close and dedicated to their fan base, and I feel like that's something I strive for.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We have got a great guest with us today. Joins us live here on our big broadcast. G. Hollow is with us here on our big program. So, how do we find you online?
So, I'm on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon Music, everything. And I'm on, most of social medias. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. G-Hollow on streaming platforms, and then you can find me at G-Hollow _ on social media.
Fantastic. Fantastic. It is G. Hollow joins us today here on our big broadcast. So you are all over social media. What is your social media presence like? Talk to us a little bit about this.
So recently, I put out a new EP a few weeks ago called The People's Champion. So the last couple weeks, I've been trying to maximize, putting out reels on TikTok or reels on Instagram and shorts on TikTok and YouTube to get those going up. And they've seen a nice little increase lately. But, I always have that diehard kind of fan base that sticks close to my little cult following. But we're going up. I'm liking the progress I'm seeing.
That's awesome. G Hollow with us today. So Spaceship is the latest from you.
Yep.
Talk to us a little bit about Spaceship. We're going to play this here in a few moments.
Spaceship is my lead single from the last EP I just put out, and we had a blast shooting a music video out for it in Detroit. You know, in the chorus, I referenced the producer behind it, Supreme Ape, and then my engineer, Drums and Roses, because those are two guys.
Drums and Roses, that is amazing.
Yeah.
I
thought it was a sick name when I first met him.
That's awesome.
But I've been working those guys consistently for a few years, and like I said, like sticking close and working with that fan base, that people that are behind you, like I love that. So they've been behind every project I've put out recently. So Spaceship, I feel like, is something that has something different for my sound, but it's still signature me.
That's awesome. It is G Hollow. Joins us today here on our big broadcast. So what has been the reception like to your music so far?
It's been mixes of ups and downs. It's been crazy, the reception I've got from different kinds of people, because I've had people who I grew up with who knew about it since I started, or I had people who I grew up with that didn't find about it until like a week or two ago. So it's crazy that I get like, oh, this is really cool, like I'm surprised you do this, and then I get people who are people that I've known my whole life that didn't expect something from me, who see a piece of content that I post, and they're like, wow, I can't believe this, like, I don't get it, like, this doesn't seem like you at all. Especially, I got a few years into it, my parents heard something I had posted, and they were like, where did this come from? But
that's awesome.
It's been positive, it's been negative. I feel like that comes with social media and art, but you know, I feel like one of the quotes that I had stick by me since the beginning was, you've been through stuff that would have made me quit. And I feel like that's like a strong piece of perseverance that keeps me going.
Well, we are going to do this. We are going to attempt to, it's not working out for me, but we're going to see if we can get this going. We are going to play Spaceship. We're going to put you on a brief hold. And when we come back, we have got more coming up with G Hollow here on your Sunday radio broadcast.
Niggas still ain't shoot the video, then that shit dead.
Greasy ass, this is my game now. Have blue clients, I got black bands. Say with the shits, now we coming out brown. Get away, boy, you can have my loud. Anytime I come around, they like, what's that sound? Told them stop, bro, nah, this my pound. Sizzle out, lil dude, go pipe down. You got what it takes, knocked out first round. Rapping to a tight beat, hoping for a placement. Wasn't getting what I wanted, had to take it. Now the views going up, got me in the matrix. Supreme for the beat, so we cruising in a spaceship. Drums and roses for the mix, really made it. Put it on repeat, put it on your playlist. Once you see Hollow, though, haters gonna hate it, but it don't matter cause we got it out the basement. I'm up now, ain't no back on that shit. Still going up, watch out, don't slip. Bars got COVID to make you sick. Not in my section, hop off my dick. Independent rapper still making them hits. Keep my shit, I control my splits. Not in your top 10, better check that list. Like who's G Hollow, I said bitch, I'm him. Rapping to a tight beat, hoping for a placement. Wasn't getting what I wanted, had to take it. Now the views going up, got me in the matrix. Supreme for the beat, so we cruising in the spaceship. Drums and roses for the mix, really made it. Put it on repeat, put it on your playlist. Once you see Hollow, though, haters gonna hate it, but it don't matter cause we got it out the basement. Ready for the smack now, coming with a tombstone. Got a good another bag, about to hit homegrown. All homies back down, now they looking two-tone. None of my class now, new growth, cruise go. Say it once, say it twice, I'm not here to play nice. Bet on me, roll dice, GTA, this ice. Broken to the game now, stealing this mic. Gonna burn it all down, don't even need a light. Willing to the money cause I'm filling up the jeans. Scaring all these dummies and I'm fresh up on my team. I'm out here making records, they're still making memes. They think they're better than me, hot only in a dream. I'm still up now and they wanted my spot. They not on my side, they don't get no guap. I got all they want, they want all that I got. Cause I stay in my bag, know the grind don't stop. Open up Google, give a couple clicks. See my name paired up with my big hits. Head like Timmy Turner going grandma wish. They can copy my style, they can move like this. Where'd you learn the motion? Learn how to focus. You can get on my way, living in the ocean. No handouts, now you better stop hoping. Come get a piece of me, the beast is awoken. Remember to a tight beat, hoping for a placement. Wasn't getting what I wanted, had to take it. Now the view's going up, got me in the matrix. Supreme for the beast, so we're cruising in the spaceship. Drums and roses for the mix, really made it. Put it on repeat, put it on your playlist. Want to see how the low haters gonna hate it, but it don't matter cause we got it out the basement.
My niggas school ain't shoot the video, then that shit dead.
G Hollow back with us here on our big broadcast, coast to coast, Boulder to Boulder, as I always like to say. Get a hold of us online over there at jiggyjaguar.com. So, G Hollow back with us. Explain to me the name.
So my name's Garrett, is my real name, and it's been something, G was always something that one of my friends had always called me growing up, just as a nickname, and I loved it. I thought it was dope, and I wanted it to catch on, but it never really did, so I was like, oh, what if I incorporate it into, like, a nickname, or an alias, or a stage name, and then it kind of went with, like, the whole growing into being an artist thing when I was in high school, and one of my friends had helped me come up with it, because my last initial is also an H, so I thought, like, G Hollow was cool to kind of represent, like, my name as having my initials in it, too. And I don't know, I just thought G Hollow had a nice ring to it. Me and my friend Seneca were sitting up late one night just trying to come up with stuff. We had a whole list of just stuff with G and then H words, and G Hollow was the one we landed on. I thought it sounded nice.
That's awesome.
And it stuck.
That's awesome. It is G Hollow. He joins us today here on our big broadcast. So talk to us a little bit about where you see yourself in 5 years, my friend, with all this hard work and everything that you're doing.
So I feel like the last 5 years, being my first 5 years, have been a lot of the establishing and a lot of the groundwork. So I feel like the next 5 years are going to be a lot of the expanding, where right now I'm starting to get out-of-state shows, like I'm getting shows in Ohio, and I'm getting shows in Missouri, and it's different, so I feel like that's only going to start to upscale as I start to do more of these and start working with artists out of state that I start to meet. So as far as where I'm going to, as far as where I might be, I don't know, but as far as where I'm not going to be, the places aren't there. I'm going to be as, I think you cut out, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. We have got a great guest with us today. G Hollow joins us live here on our big program. So, besides the social media and some of the different things that you're doing, what are you doing to market your music? Because you've obviously got these music videos. You've obviously, spent a lot of time and effort on these things. What are you doing to market your stuff? Because there's so many people that, they go out and they spend, they pay a video guy, $1,500 to do a to do a music video, and then they have no budget to promote their stuff.
Right.
What in the world are you doing marketing wise, my friend?
So just recently, so I had been doing merch through a third-party service for the first few years, but I just recently got my own heat press, and I've been doing all my own merch myself that I have set up for. So I have tees and hoodies going, and then
awesome.
On my site I have like other clothing and stickers and stuff. But I go out and shoot TikToks, or I'll leave CDs leaned up at like the gas pumps in my town.
That's awesome. That is fantastic.
And I'll like write my social on them, and I'll write my artist name, and I'll be like, find me here, or text this at if you find this type thing.
Oh, that is amazing. That is amazing.
Oddly enough, I've done it at work before, and just a few days ago I had somebody from a different department come up to me, and they were like, hey, I had one of my coworkers come up to me and put this CD on my desk, and I didn't know who it was. I was like, oh, what's this? So he puts it in his drive, and he goes, wait, I know this voice. I know this guy.
I know this fucking guy.
That was one of those reactions I got where it was one of those people who I've worked around that dude for a few years, and he wouldn't expect that out of me. And he was just like, that's nice. We checked out some of your live stuff. You're doing good. We like what you're doing. Keep it up.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, I think that is amazing that you're doing that, because there are so many people that could be doing this simple stuff, and they're not. And it doesn't take any effort whatsoever to get the job done. So bravo, baby. Bravo. I think that's awesome. So with everything that's going on, what do you have coming up? Do you have any events, any promotional stuff, anything happening?
So right now, I have a show. I'm going to be in Columbus, Ohio on April 28th, and then I'm going to be in Detroit, Michigan on July 6th as far as shows go. And then right now, I just put out I put out an EP and a couple music videos within the last month, and I'm working on getting a couple singles put out throughout the next month.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. I'm glad that you're putting the time in, you're making it all work, and that is amazing. Keep up the good work, baby, because you're making it happen. So what is next for you as an artist?
So I really want to work on expanding my catalog, I guess, because I try to take influence from all these different artists that I try and pick up on in the daily and incorporate them into my own just bits and pieces. So I want to expand into different subgenres. I feel like I've kind of done pockets of Detroit rap. I've done, like melodic kind of stringy music. So I don't know. I don't know what's next for me. I don't know if it's going to be, if you're going to hear me on a drill beat or what it might be. I don't know. But I don't know. I just want to work on expanding my sound.
That's awesome. Well, you're a heck of a dude. You've got a lot of great things happening. You don't have an ego, which is always good. Something I did notice watching some of these videos, the Spaceship and Class and some of these things. Do you ever get anybody confusing you with the guy from Korn? You look like Jonathan Davis from Korn. And that Spaceship video, I'm like, it's the guy from Korn. So
I've gotten, that's a new one. I'm gonna have to write that one down.
Yeah, you look like fucking Jonathan Davis from Korn.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's a good one. I get countless comparisons because of the hair, but that's a new one.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, you are amazing. Thanks for making some time for us today. Thanks for coming on and doing some chitty chatting with us. I really appreciate it, brother. Before we let you go, how do people buy your music and get involved with what you're doing online, man?
So right now, you can find my merch, like I mentioned, through my site at g-hollow.com. You can also find, I have digital downloads for my latest EP, The People's Champion, at solo.to/ghollow_. That's where you can find all my social media and music streaming links as well. That's the big one.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for making some time for us today. Thanks for coming on and chatting and bringing us some good music. And good luck with everything, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks.
Appreciate it, brother. There he goes. That is the amazing G Hollow. We got more coming up on the other side. You are listening to the World Famous Jiggy Jaguar Radio.